Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video is a very special video. Today I am reaching out to my subscribers and I am asking for your help. Not your help necessarily, but I want to give you an opportunity to help me and my children. So if you're new to our channel, hey you guys, how are you doing? My name's Shakema. I'm a single mom of 4 children. I have 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 for dog and 1 for granddog. His name is Acro. So we have been around for about 4 years on YouTube. And when I first started YouTube, I've shared my story before. I was married and about 10 years ago, well, everything happened about 10 years ago. I was married and together with my ex-husband for 18 years. And after 18 years, he decided he didn't not want to be a part of our family anymore. And he just left one day. Just didn't say anything. We didn't discuss it. I didn't know what was happening. I just had Jackson. Jackson was 4 months old. And the kids and I, it was Jackson, Alana, and Trandon at the time, who was still at home then. We were just sitting in the living room watching TV. And out of nowhere, my ex-husband walks out the front door and he just left, never came back. And that was a really hard time for me in my life. And I had to transition from being married with 2 incomes to being single with 1 income and stressed out over how I was going to feed my family. And I prayed and God gave me some strategies and, but it was still a difficult time for me in my life. And at the time I was living out in the country and I was living far away from my church home and, you know, my support system, because where I live, none of my family is here. I'm about 3 hours from my closest family, 2 hours maybe from my closest family, a little bit over. I'm about 3 hours from my ex-in-laws and they do support me with the kids and everything. And I actually was living, the Lord told me to ask a specific, you have to know how me and the Lord's relationship works. I was praying about how am I going to do this, Lord? And there was a lady that I used to work with and she just happened to be in the bus parking lot at the same time that I was in the bus parking lot. And he said, go ask her where she lives. And so I walked over to her and I said, we were friends. I knew who she was. And I said, hey, you know, the Lord told me to ask you where you live. I'm looking for, you know, a different situation so I could be closer to town because I live far. And she told me where she lived. It worked out that I was able to get a rent special. The kids and I moved, so I'm trying to get to the point. Well, we were there in that apartment for about a year or 2. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. I had all 3 of the kids in the master, and I was in the little small 2nd bedroom because it was just more space for them. And it was right around Christmas time. Jackson had to be about 18 months, 2 years, somewhere right around in there. And I remember I had $40 in my purse. That was all I had for groceries because in December we get paid early and you don't get paid again until the last of July. So it's about a 6-week between pay period. And I had $40 in my purse and I needed to run over to the office of the apartments for something. I needed to pay something or check my mail or something, a maintenance request. I don't remember what it was. So I went over and there was a really lovely lady who worked in the office. She was just the sweetest ever. And we got to chit-chatting about something. And I said, well, you know, we were talking about life. And I said, well, I got $40 to my name and I'm on my way to the grocery store to get, you know, something for me and the kids. And she looks at me and she says, Shakema, do you need some food? And I said, well, I'm going to spend my last $40. I said, I made a list. I had peanut butter. I had coffee. I had, you know, I just had a list of the staple things that we could use at this time. And she said, hold on for a second. And she says, well, I have some food here. Do you want to go over to get your car and come back? Now, I only lived across the, you know, the parking lot from the office. And I said, no, it's fine. I'll be happy to take the box. She said, Shakema, you can't carry what I have to give. And she said, we had some food here for a family that never came and picked it up. And she said, do you need a turkey? So she went into the freezer and pulled out a turkey. And I mean, huge boxes. Huge boxes. I ended up having to go get my car and come back over. Well, I didn't I thank the Lord. I thanked her. I thanked the Lord for it. And over the next couple of years, I would show up at my house in this little apartment, and there would be things taped to my front door. And I would open it, and it would be an envelope, and it would say, you know, we know you're going through a hard time. Here's a gift card. And even through that, after that time when she gave me the food, she said, do your kids have Christmas gifts? And I said, well, you know, I didn't have any this year for Christmas, and I'm not worried about it. You know, the kids were good. We had already talked about it. She said, well, why don't you get me a list of 3 things each that the kids would like? And I said, sure. And I just, you know, wrote down, I couldn't even think because I hadn't thought about it. It wasn't something that I was going to do for my kids. I just didn't have the money. So I came up with a couple things. I just wrote it down quickly on a piece of paper, went back to my house. So Christmas comes, and she's at my house. It was right before Christmas, probably Christmas Eve or something. And she's like, here are all the things from your list. And it was such a blessing. And so, like I was saying, over the next couple of years, things would just show up at my house and I wouldn't even know. I told my sister one time I thought I had a stalker because there would be envelopes taped to my door. And every Christmas for the next 4 Christmases, I would get a call from the lady, and she would say, a package is dropped off for you here. And I would go, and there would be an envelope, and in the envelope there would be money, or there would be a gift card, and there would be Easter, go get your kids an Easter outfit. There would be grocery cards and turkey tickets. I got turkey tickets one time, and it was, you know, get a certain amount of tickets every week for a couple weeks, and then you could buy a turkey. And then there was go to this consignment shop and you have this much credit waiting for you. I mean, there were just blessings after blessings after blessings. And it happened for about 4 or 5 years for me and the kids. Finally, the kids and I were able to move from that place into a larger place. And even then, stuff would still show up randomly. Even as far as last year, random things would just show up. Well, I found out who my generous benefactor was. There's a lady. Her name is Miss Molly. And Miss Molly had gotten a word of the Lord in 2001. Now, this is as recent as 2018 that she was doing stuff for our family still. 2001 to help out families in situations around Christmas time. And single moms were a part of her, the people that God had told her to help. And so I remember meeting Miss Molly for the first time, and it was so amazing. I never knew in all the years that I lived where I lived that she was my downstairs neighbor. I just never knew that the little lady who drove the white car, who always was praying, and I would hear her praying in the middle of the night. I would wake up and hear her praying, that was the lady who was doing all of the nice things for me because I was included in the families that she was helping. And so for the last 2 years, my kids and I have gone to a program put on by Miss Molly called Joy of a Child. And at Joy of a Child, it is a Christmas concert where she does a fundraiser and she collects monies, or she has cards with families in need, and they're numbered, you know, it's family number 1 or family number 7 or whatever. And she collects whatever is on the card for the kids. So last year, the kids and I went to Joy of a Child. We enjoyed it. That was it. We didn't do anything past that. This year, we went to Joy of a Child, which was last night, December the 8th. And we loved the program. It was so nice. Last year, adults did the whole program. This year, kids did the program. They sang all the songs and played all the instruments and all of the things. And the Lord said, Shakema, I want you and the kids to take a name off the tree. And so we did that. We went over and we looked and saw what we could do. And if you saw my recent budget update for this first week of December, I had put in my savings account, $94. Well, the Lord said, take the $94 out. And so the kids and I pulled 2 names off of the tree. And the 2 kids, we got 1 boy and 1 girl. That way the kids could enjoy doing that. And on their list, they had clothing. So again, we picked 2 names, and I'll show you the name we have. We have family 1. This is a boy age 7. He asked for undergarments and boots. And then we picked family number 9. This is a little girl age 9. She asked for long sleeve shirts. She likes purple. And then jeans or long pants. So we picked these 2 names, and tonight the kids and I went to Walmart. That's the store closest to us. We don't have a Target where we live. And everything needs to be collected by the 15th, and tonight it's the 9th. So we're trying to move quickly. So we went to Walmart, and I wanted to show you what we got for the kids. So we still have to get the boots. We didn't get that, and I ran out of money. So I'm just going to pull some money out of my emergency fund. It's no problem. We pulled out $100, and it just didn't seem like we did enough. So we're going to pull out some extra to get the boots, and then maybe a toy or 2. So anyway, we got this bubble vest for the girl. We thought this was really cute. And so, hey, every girl needs a bubble vest, right? And then we picked up 2 bubble vests because, I mean, she got to have 2 bubble vests. So 1 silver, and then we picked up this cranberry one that has blue on the inside. And I just love that. I think this is going to go very nice with a pair of jeans that we got. We got a couple shirts. And it is a Christmas tradition in our house to get everybody jammies. So everybody gets new jammies. So this jammy set was purple, which is her favorite color. And it has the little jammy shorts. This was marked for $10, and it rang up on sale for $3. So I was excited about that. We picked up a couple little shirts. This one says, "Hype It Up." We thought that was cute. It's long sleeved. We thought that was really neat. And then every girl needs a hoodie, right? So we picked up this purple kind of hoodie thing. We thought she would like that. Of course, Alana was like, "Oh, Mom, look at this. And Mom, and Mom, and Mom." So she was having a great time. Then we picked up one more shirt. This has an iridescent front, and it says, "Your future is bright." So depending on how you look at the shirt, it says something different. So we thought that was neat, and I wanted the kids, the girl, to know, hey, it doesn't matter where you are right now. Things will look better, I promise. And then we picked up a pair of light jeans. These are kind of have like a wash. And then a pair of dark jeans for the girl. And so we wanted to get a dress, but it didn't say dress on her paper. And some girls don't like dresses. So then we also picked up a 15-pack of socks for the girl. So that's what we got for the girl. For the boy, because on his sheet, it said undergarments and boots. So we looked for boots. We could not find boots. And because even if we had, I didn't want to still use my debit card. I'm just going to pull some money out of a different fund. But we ended up getting socks. So we got 13 pairs of socks. And we got 10 pair of undies. So tomorrow, when I take the kids over for Taekwondo, I'm going to go look for boots. And I want to get the girl some undergarments. It wasn't on the list, but every Christmas, I get my kids undies and socks. That's their new time to get them. So I'm going to get that for the girl. I got socks. I want to get undies. I want to get the boy some t-shirts to go under, and I want to get him the boots he asked for, and then I want to pick up a toy apiece for each child, because I texted to make sure that we could pick up something additional that was not on the list. Every kid enjoys a good clothing item, but they want something fun as well. So what I thought I would do, and I don't normally do this, I really don't do this, but I do want to give people an opportunity. If you want to partner with our family and help in joy of a child, I can send you links I will include in this video as well, some pieces from the program last night with Miss Molly, and then the church of where we were. This is not even to help my area. The area that she helps is Pleasure Island and Carolina Beach. And I don't live in Pleasure Island or Carolina Beach. So for them to reach out to our family, I lived in a different town than I worked in. And that's how I made that connection with Miss Molly. But if anybody feels led to want to donate, not to these kids, I'm taking care of these kids. these two, I'm not asking you to donate to help these kids. Like, I don't have enough money. I'm going to go pull money out of my emergency fund. It is no problem. Trust me. God is going to provide for us. We'll be okay. But I'm going to take care of these two children. I've posted it on my Facebook. I posted it on my personal page and my blog page, or my One Mom page. But if anybody wants to partner with our efforts with Joy of a Child, this is a way to give back. And I'm not asking you to do something that I won't do and haven't done. So I pulled out my savings that I saved this week, and I'm going to pull out another $100, and I'm going to sow into these kids' lives. But if you want to partner with us, nothing is too small to give. It all helps. And what I will do is make sure that that money gets to Miss Molly. Now, I don't have a link for Joy of a Child to where you can just donate there. She's not tech savvy yet in that department. But you can donate directly to my PayPal, and I will make sure that everything gets to her. And then I will film me giving her the donations and her responses to the donations. So I'll film a follow-up video of me, the kids and I presenting her with anything that is donated, and then her response for the donations, just so that you know that the money did go to where it went. And so if you want to be involved in this, no pressure, no stress. I realize there are so many good things you could give to, but this is a good thing. And I was a recipient, and I know that it's a good thing. And I know the pressure of being that single mom and just not having enough to make do with what you want to do. So if you want to donate, please feel free to donate to my PayPal, Shakema Wilson3@gmail.com. Shakema, Shakema Wilson, WILSON3@gmail.com. If you want to PayPal $5, $2, $1, whatever you want to give, those monies will go to Miss Molly and the Joy of a Child Missions Project. She spoke to us last night about missions, and she was talking about Samaritan's Purse. And she said the church was gearing up to get ready and help Samaritan's Purse. And God said to her, there are plenty of people that are going to give to that enterprise and to make sure that people around the world have what they need. But there's a specific need right here in your area. And that has been her mission since 2001. And I am at 2019 so honored and blessed to be able to give back to this great organization that helped me and my kids. I think they helped us out for 5 years. And then for a couple years, I didn't hear anything. Miss Molly, we message and text and different things like that. But last year, we ended up getting something in the mail. It actually started when we had Florence. When Hurricane Florence came, she emailed me. She said, Shakema, I'm worried about you and the kids. Is everything okay? And I said, Miss Molly, we are fine. We're going to be good. And when I got back home after being displaced for those 10 days and mail started to run again, there was a check in the mail. And then last Christmas, she called me and she said, hey, meet me at so-and-so place. I've got something for you and the kids. And so we were so blessed to be, and we didn't have any needs last year that I'm aware, that I can remember. My older kids always help with the younger kids. And if they have to pick them over getting me something, that's how we do it here. I'm not a gifts person. It doesn't bother me not to receive anything. So I'm perfect with that. But it was so good to be able to give back this year. So again, I'm asking if you want to partner with me. Again, I don't ask very often for things. People don't have to send me stuff in the mail. I'm perfectly fine without getting anything from the mail. But it's always good to receive some things. So I did want to say thank you so much to my first 2 Christmas cards. I got a Christmas card from both Sandys, Miss Sandy and Sandy Ocean. So you ladies have absolutely made my day. Sandy Ocean, I got your card today. I opened it up. Your Christmas picture is so wonderful. And I love your family. And the card just, touched my heart. And I'm so blessed by it. And Miss Sandy Grubb, you and Mr. Bill, thank you all so much for sending that card. It's just a blessing to know that something we do here has ministered to other people there. And again, this is close to my heart because they helped our family. So again, I'm not asking you to do anything I'm not doing. The kids and I are doing our part. We are so incomplete on our stuff. I thought I was going to be able to take everything over tomorrow, but it's not done yet. So I'm going to get my shopping done tomorrow, and then I'll call her and we'll do a meetup where we can bless these kids because our kids are blessed. So anywho, I just want to thank you guys so much for doing that, for listening to me, for being a part of this channel. And if you decide to give, thank you ahead of time. God's going to bless you. I pray right now that the Lord would bless you, that he would multiply what you give, and that every need that you and your family have will be met in Jesus' name. So again, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.